tree maintenance today. Too close to the house. Totally dead. And totally straight. So he's cut a wedge in it there. And I'm gonna give it a little assist. Landed right where he wanted it to. Unfortunately, because it's dead, there's going to be a lot of branch cleanup on the ground of shattered bits. My son mows here, and this is his beautiful park type lawn. So I've got to get straightened up before he gets back here to mow in a couple of days. It's a good thing to do. So for us, we heat primarily with wood. Now we have a geothermal system for heat, and we added a hot blast furnace to the basement, and we have not used our geothermal in, I believe, 3 winters. And last year it was a bit milder. We had to work really hard to keep it a low simmering fire to not get too hot in the house. We're finishing off our attic, and it's been insulated for the first winter ever, and that made a huge difference. So when we burn firewood, a lot of this old stuff, the branches aren't real good. There's not much BTU left to them at all. But for the trunk, you want dry wood. So if we were to cut a tree like this, any branches that are as big as like our arms, we keep them because you need kindling to get your fire going. And that helps with those low simmering fires. So he's gonna go through and he'll start chopping them off with the saw to get this all out of the way, and then sizing it down into manageable pieces that fit in the firebox, and easy enough for us to lift and carry as well. So if you're going to own some property with some trees, I recommend getting yourself a good sized chainsaw. We have the small saw and the big saw. I don't know the numbers on them offhand, but you can watch through our old videos on homesteading and farming. We save everything, like I was saying. It's all fire starter if it's that big. So, you know, 2-inch, 3-inch stuff, you gotta save it because those big roaring fires don't get going just with the big stuff alone. We have the wood splitter at home. We'll split this bigger stuff and stay nice and warm this winter. It's like 84 degrees this afternoon. Probably hotter by now, and we're still thinking about our winter heat. Remember, keep up on your firewood all year and you'll be nice and warm. Well, it's been about 2 or 3 weeks since I filmed that last segment, and fall is coming, but look at this apple blossom. There's one more right where we were doing the cleanup of that firewood, another zip code, and otherwise fall is coming. And the leaves have all been falling off of our apple orchard trees, our pear trees, our cherry trees are completely bare back there. And today we're getting ready for winter with that firewood. The fact that the chainsaw's been out is a great time to go ahead and clean up these apple trees because they're all going into dormancy. It's a great time for trimming, cutting things back. We're always ducking and watching for storm damage here, low branches with the riding lawnmower. So we're gonna do some more of that, and that makes great kindling firewood and for smoking meats also. So we save it all. Now we build up a couple of manure piles here little by little every day. So we throw all of the bark that's falling off of the old dried out wood that had fallen, mix it all together. In the back of the farm, it gets all mixed together in a compost pile. So we're just dumping it here, and in a few days to a week, it'll all get moved to the secondary pile. So here's our firewood pile that we've been collecting today and unloaded from the truck. We've got our wood splitter. Picked this up at Tractor Supply a few years ago. Good deal before inflation. Christmas present for myself. And it's splitting it real nice. And this will all fit in our wood burning stove. And here's another load we collected just today, just from cleaning up some storm damage in the woods. It doesn't have to all be this beautiful split firewood. Sometimes there's small bits like cherry and the apple trees, and it sits in here. It's already been drying standing for the most part. And it's an old grain bin that we use because it's fully covered. We just leave the door open and the roof vented when there's wet, like green wood to dry. And then it's all in here nice and dry to use in the wintertime. Now this year we're doing something a little bit different also, and we have been drying firewood all summer in our driveway close to the house, and that'll all get covered before it snows with scrap metal pieces from an old building that was taken down, sheets of barn siding, and they're all about 2.5 feet wide. Let me turn this around and show you our firewood. So we've been stacking it here in our driveway by the door because it's real nice to be able to come out here and just grab what you need. We have split firewood, we have limbs that we've cut, and we've just been stacking it all year. The wind blows up the driveway and it's just been drying it real nice. You can tell the color difference. This is all newer down here on the end. A beautiful supply of firewood to keep us warm. So you can see how all this firewood has added up from tree to tree, from each individual property, getting piled up here to keep us warm and give us free hot water off of our conversion that he put in. You can look back through our playlist and see in those videos how we did that with our Hot Bless wood stove. We're so hoping to be able to find a wood-fired water heater separately so that we don't have to heat the house along with the hot blast in the summer months, because that really helps keep down our electric bill a lot. I hope this gives you some ideas. It's not too late in the season to start stacking up and looking for a deal on a wood stove. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.